Hey guys, it's Netta, and today I'm going to be discussing the new update from Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, in this new update, they added the silenced car and vaulted the Tommy gun, which in my opinion, I believe was the best move they could do to save this meta. So instead of completely just letting this meta play out, they at least tried to stop it before it got too out of control. Which I give them credit, they did do that, but it took them a way too long to do that. They could have easily done that a while ago. But, you know, they're Epic Games. They need to milk something as long as possible. Just gotta say that they have been a little bit better lately, but they always like to, I don't know, find some way to get money out of people, which I don't blame them, their company, they need to get money, but they always find some way to milk it out of people. Like, you know, for instance, they just released a power cord, and it only been released once, so of course they did that, and I literally had just saw a video that says why they shouldn't really release the power cord, and literally a day later they got released. That same guy, he released a video, kind of like, he does shop updates, and he kind of released his opinion on it, and I completely agreed with him, that it was just kind of like a move to like make as much money as possible, which I don't understand why they need to keep doing that, instead of focusing on something other than just money. Now, there was some really good, I have to admit, the new Silent Scar is Bloom done correctly. And I completely agree with Jed, the YouTuber who posted a video, I think today or yesterday, about the Silent Scar and how it was done good, how you can strafe and stuff like that with it. Which I completely agree with. His opinion is very much similar to my opinion, and how Bloom's kind of broken. I'll make sure to put his link in the channel so you can go check out his video. But his video was very good and it wasn't very, like, super opinionated. I mean, it was, but it wasn't in a sense like it was just opinion. It was used to some facts in it, too. Now, main part of this video, I was going to say, they did remove some of the meta of spraying. Now, another gun I still think they need to vault, which this is just my opinion, the regular SMG, because of how common it is. Like, so many people could get it, and it still kind of keeps, it doesn't keep the spray meta. It keeps people spraying, which I guess is still fair to the newer players, which is what they're trying to go for, but even still, it's still a little bit annoying. Nowhere as annoying as 50 shots getting shot at you. And I especially benefited from this lately because I got a few good games today. I won a game today. I got 6 or 7 kills in it, which is good for me since I'm still relatively. I've only played one season in this game, and I play on console. My controller's a little messed up, so I think that's the best I could do for what I have in my situation right now. Like, if I had a better controller, like an Xbox One controller, which I'm gonna get an adapter where I can probably connect an Xbox One controller to my Switch, which makes it so much better. Now, when I do that, my gameplay should get better because I can't even place floors on my controller. I mean, I can, but like I have to press the button incredibly hard, which at this point it's just kind of a little irritating, but I'm okay with it. And I can't switch right. So if I have like a AR and I have to switch to my shotgun, I have to click the back left bumper a bunch of times to get to it, which frustrates me, but it's fine. I've gotten used to it already. Since I've had it for like a month now, like that. So it's not too big of a problem. But even still, this meta, I think the Epic did a good job to fix it up a little bit. Now taking the gold bolt away, I think that was actually kind of fair since the bolt was already kind of really good. And a little bit broken in my opinion because of how much the headshot and how fast it reloads. I wouldn't say it's broken, I would just say it's a very powerful weapon. And it's only really good for players who have good aim. So in a sense, it actually kind of bends people with a good aim. Which I'm kind of glad they got rid of that sniper because they already had too many snipers. For instance, they had the the gold heavy, and then they also have the gold bolt, and then they had the gold semi, and then they had the blue hunting. There was a lot of rifles. They didn't really need too many more. They already had a good amount, so it was a good idea to kind of vault it. Which, remember, vaulting doesn't mean they completely get rid of the gun. It just means they're taking it out for a while. Which is some people misconcept. Like, they're saying, well, if you vault it, it's completely gone forever. No, it's not, because they vaulted the guided missile and they brought it back. Which, I like the guided missile as the way it is now. It's not a missile meta or some kind of bazooka meta or anything like that. It's in a good spot. It's not too OP, but it's not too weak either. It's a very, very well thought out. And that's one gun I think that was thought out. Now, when they first re-released it, I thought it was terrible because you could barely move it, which kind of frustrated me. Because I'm like, what's the point of even using it? Because you immediately get sniped as soon as you use it. But now that you can move it around a lot more, it definitely is much better. And I gotta say, it's kind of one of my favorite weapons to troll people with. Especially if you're like in the middle, you see someone in a build fight, you can just get the missile and get it right next to them and scare them. But in reality, just let go, like detach, and then shoot them down. Which is what I do sometimes. Like, what if I do is I'll shoot the guy up in the air so they focus on that, and then I'll knock them down if they're in a 1-by-1. Now, personally, I still think the meta is not spraying, but if you have a spray weapon, you're very good off. Which I think is fine with me, because at this point I'm used to people spraying. But other than really that, I think the meta is somewhat good now. I still do think they need to buff shotguns a little bit, but debuff the heavy, or buff all shotguns, or debuff the heavy, because like the heavy is such a superior shotgun right now. It's kind of ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, I love the double barrel. It's probably my favorite one right now, because I'm good with hitting headshots. But overall, for an average player, the heavy is a much better weapon, and it's very efficient at what it does. It has good range. It reloads fast. It reloads relatively quick. The draw speed is pretty good, and the spread of the bullets isn't that bad, which is why it has very consistent damage. They either need to buff the pump and tack, so it's more on a same tier but different levels, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like, you see on Clash Royale, there's balloons. It's an epic, but it's on a tier of legendary because of how good the card actually is on its own. Which is kind of how I wanted it to play out. Kind of how I want the other shotguns to be, so it's just not straight garbage. Because right now, honestly, the tack and pump are both actually garbage. Now, if you're a really good player and you hit your headshots all the time, of course it's gonna be pretty good. But like, for an average player, those weapons are complete garbage. Like, honestly, they're not very good to use. I would not recommend. If you hit if you don't have good aim, the best one to use is a freaking heavy. Because if you do even hit a few of your pellets, you still have the best chance with that gun to hit more pellets. Now, double barrels for more experienced players, in my opinion. I believe it's for more. That gun is actually a nice addition to the spray meta, because it's like, if you go against a noob, but you have that double barrel will destroy that noob. And even with the spraying, that double barrel is amazing. Because if you hit it 1-2, and maximum damage you can do is like 180, which is not a complete headshot, but almost no one has 200 HP at the end of the game. Especially if you watch the pro scrims. Some of them barely even had like 30 health, from what I saw. In like the one game where Nick Merckx had like almost no health. It was pretty clean. That's where the double barrel comes in use, because if it does a high volatile amount of damage, which can be very, very helpful. I'm pretty sure it doesn't do the most damage for maximum headshot. That's the heavy. It does like 190 something. But that's still if you get a headshot and if you get lucky and if Bloom doesn't screw you over right there. But with the double barrel, you have a much higher volatile damage, which is why I use it, because I use it very aggressive. I usually don't pick up like AR, like regular ARs. I usually pick up burst. So then I have that double barrel to ready back me up. So this is what I do. If I have the double barrel, I hit them with it, and then they don't build. I switch to my burst because it's a 3-shot, and it shoots immediately in that area. So if I hit, even if I hit 2 and I double barrel, which is very consistent, unlike the pump and unlike the pump and attack, which can, if you get a good shot, it does 67 with the great attack, which is pretty freaking garbage. Throw it in the trash. I mean, 67's okay, but it's pretty garbage. Even still for a shotgun, considering the shotguns have pellets, and if they really got hit with a shotgun, you die no matter what. But whatever. Let's not go into realistic sense here. I believe if they fix that a little bit, then it could be much better. But don't bring double pump back necessarily. And people are saying, like, let's bring double pump, and I'm like, no, because as soon as you guys bring double pump back, everyone's going to be complaining that, oh, Epic brought double pump back, they don't care, and I'm like, okay, you guys kind of brought this upon yourself. I don't think they need to bring double pump back, I think they need to bring double shotgun back, or reduce the delay by a lot. Because switching from a heavy to a double barrel, like, if that was immediately, it would be over. Like, anyone with those two combination of guns would absolutely destroy anyone. Because you can use the heavy for long range, but as soon as they rush you, you can barrel stuff them, and it's over. Which is why I don't think they necessarily need to bring double shotgun back. They just need to buff it a little bit. Like, take the take the delay a little bit less, because the delay is a bit ridiculous in my opinion. I don't really like the delay. But, I've been used to it for now, because, like, even once I started learning Fortnite, I used to double shotgun, I used attack, and I used a pump, because attack you could pull out really fast. Before then, it was faster than the pump. So I'd use a pump and the attack, so I was going to hit with the pump first, since it did more damage, and then I would switch attack and kind of like spam my shotgun right there, which was a pretty good meta. But now that there's no double shotgun, you have to hit your shots. You don't hit your shots, you die, because someone could spray you. Which is why I was so angry at this meta, because if I miss my shot, even if it was one bad shot, that completely messed up the whole game for me, and I died. Because you miss one shot, and then you go to build. If they're spraying, you're going to have a hard time rebuilding, and you try to do a counterplay. It's especially harder on console, because it's easier on PC, because once you learn the logistics, you can actually get really good at aiming, and once you can get really good at building and editing, which means you can use that to your benefit. And console, it's still really hard to edit. And really hard to, that's not hard to build, it's pretty easy to build on console, don't get me wrong right there, but it's still a little harder on console, which means the spray meta benefited more console players, but lower console players, which makes sense since more people play on console than they do on PC, because gaming PCs are really expensive, which I'm considering getting one, getting a gaming PC so I can record my stuff much better. Instead of this crappy quality 720p, you can get 180p on my videos, which I know isn't great quality, but for a low YouTuber like me, I think it would be pretty good quality. I know I'm speaking a little faster right now, but I feel like more confident of my opinion now, because before I kind of felt just more angry and more like that, but now that I actually have a clear mind, I can actually think much clearer and speak my opinion much better. So this meta is not, I wouldn't say it's amazing, but I wouldn't say it's bad. I'd say it's in the in-between of being fixed right now. There's certain things it can fix, though, like taking a little bit of the damage off a scar for a headshot. I believe it's not a huge issue, but it would make the scars a little less viable. And not because I hate the scar or anything. That gun is a really good gun, don't get me wrong. It has great DPS. I'm pretty sure the highest DPS in the game. It has great fire rate, and it's what's it called? Man, I'm sorry guys, I'm having a bad memory today. It's where the target gets completely small. It's the first shot accuracy, I think that's what it's called. And that actually really benefits because it zooms in faster on the scar, I'm pretty sure. But with the reason I like the burst is because it has the 3 shots. So if you have good aim, you hit those 3 shots, those are devastating. But if you have a scar, it's kind of like, you get those headshots, you have to have really good aim. You basically have to be a PC to have that really good game. I'm not saying that if you're on console you can't be good, because someone like Ghost Aiden and someone like Nick Merckx, they could do that. But that's because they're in a whole nother league from me and from a common player. I'm not saying I'm a casual player, I go try hard, so I'd say I'm an intermediate player. I'm not saying I'm too skillful or even not very skillful at all. I'm saying I'm kind of in between of trying to be really good, but I'm a little bit limited. Not because of my resources, by my schedule and stuff I have to do, like homework and stuff like that, which I'm actually doing my math homework right now. Sorry if I have no gameplay, I'm kind of going on a rant. I'm going to play some gameplay right now. And to go back to it, this meta, very... Now that they took that Tommy gun, which ruined this whole meta, I hated this meta. I hated Season 5. I think it's much better, but also I got something pretty cool. I got, finally got the Tier 100 after actually trying to get the battle stars now, since there's no spraying. So if I didn't land, I just get, like, super sprayed by a Tommy gun or something, which is a problem I had. Because if I'd land near a spot, there would be always this one guy who would try to, like, kill everyone or stop everyone by, oh god, sorry, my throat really hurts. It really hurts to talk right now. I'm a little sick today. I got home from school because I had thrown up, which I was not feeling great at all. My elbow was hurting, my knees hurting because I was playing basketball yesterday. I was practicing, and you know, it's been a little bit of a rough day. But back to my point is I was saying, crap, what was I saying? Oh, people would land. They would get a Tommy gun because it's very common to get, and then they would just wait for people to come by and just spray them down. And plus, most people wanted to die, but they wanted to get the challenge done, then die, which is what I do. What I do is if there's nobody around, I usually try to give someone a free kill so they can have a better game and get more experience. So they can get more experience and level up. So just like I wanted to level up, so it's not as hard for people. But if there's no one around, I'll try to drop my loot near a common place, or like I'll make it on a pedestal where it may seem like it's bait, but it's not. I'll put it on like a pedestal and drop my loot there. Sorry, I got a little distracted. I was watching the game. I'll put it on a pedestal, and then I'll jump off and commit suicide. I'll suicide it so then I can get the achievement, and then I'll go on to the next achievement, on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. Wow, that's a song. I love that song. Right now, I don't really like the tiers right now. I kind of like, The one thing I really wanted from Tier 100, I didn't even really care about the Ragnarok skin. I thought it was okay. It's a pretty good skin. I'd say it's better than Drift, though, because the lightning just kind of makes it look like, you're trying a little too hard, Epic. It's kind of like that person who has that cool car, but then ruins it because they try to add too many cool modifications to it. The person who adds, like 5 spoiler, like a ridiculous spoiler and a ridiculous, like, horn and stuff like that. If you know what I'm saying right now. That type of person. It kind of just what it feels like with that skin, what Epic did with that skin, which kind of ruined the skin for me. I liked that at first, but then it kind of, everyone was using it, and then after one point, it just kind of irritated me. Not because everyone using it, because of how easy it was to get, and it was such a good skin, but everyone ruined it, which is kind of like the Ragnarok a little better. Also because the Ragnarok's blue, and blue is my favorite color, as you know, because the YouTube channel is called Blue and F1 TV, and that's my dad's nickname, Blue. But I just love that skin, and especially with the stuff it comes with, like that freaking English is not working today. That cape on the back of it and the pickaxe with it is so clean. It is probably the cleanest black bling for a skin in a while. And the reason I wanted to get there was because of the cape. That's quite literally the only reason I wanted to get to there, is the cape and the axe. And now what I'm using, which I'll probably take a picture of it and post it on my Instagram. You should follow it at Nena Lianos. Actually, no, you shouldn't follow it. Just go look at the post. I think it's pretty cool looking. It's a, what's it called? I'm sorry, I'm gonna load up my Switch right now. I can't remember the name of the skin right now. I'm really dumb. Sorry if I'm really dumb. I had a really bad memory. It's called the, bro, I'm so dumb. Shadow Ops. The one that King Richard uses. And I put the cape on the back of it with the blue pickaxe. I think it's called Permafrost. It kind of sounds like the word, right? And then also I have the, I can't remember the pickaxe come with it. I mean, not the pickaxe, the glider I'm using right now. The one that goes with the Oblivion, it's called the, Terminus, yeah. I love that one. Oh, shop update. I guess I'll just tell you. They added a new skin called the Hasivat Tree Splitter Shadow Puppet. It's kind of like a lumberjack looking skin. They also added the Libra, from the luchadors set, and then the Kiss Kiss back, which I think was the OG. Then Armadillo and the Scorpion. Then they added Spectral Axe and Pumpernickel, which I think is pretty cool. It's not. Wait, they added the wild card again? Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, apparently they re-added the wild card. Epic is so desperate to get money. Just kidding. That's a joke. They're not desperate to get money. They're just trying to milk it as much as possible. And considering tomorrow's Friday, it would make sense that they re-release it again today so the Americans get paid, which I'm an American, so I don't know why I refer to it as that. I'm just saying it for the outside of the country viewers. If I have any, I don't have very many viewers in the first place. Oh, you know, actually, I like this cake even more now. It's called Frozen Shroud, and Shroud is my favorite streamer, other than Tfue. So actually, I like it even better now. But anyways, I'll just post it on my Instagram. I think it's pretty clean looking. That was a little off subject, but anyways, that's just my opinion on this meta. It's very fixed now. It's not very fixed. It's much better than it was. I'd say about 10 times better. I think that's a little too much, 10 times. I don't think it's 10 times better. I think it's like 100 times better, to be honest. Because, like, without that Tommy gun, my god, I love this game again. Well, I don't really love this game. I like this game again. Because, like, for a while, I literally quit. I stopped playing. I literally gave up. I'm like, until this meta's gone, I'm giving up. And then then, 4 days later, the meta's gone. I'm like, are you serious? Like, now I say that, and then it comes back, which I'm kind of glad, because I kind of didn't have any games to play. Which, actually, no, that's a lie. I was playing Rocket League, and I was playing Paladins. Kind of got bored of Paladins, though, but I love Rocket League. That game is so fun. I'm not very good at it, but I still love that game. It's so fun. I get quite a few goals a game, but, you know, it's a game. I love it. I'd say it's better than Fortnite, in my opinion, because I like that type of game. I don't like that type of genre. I just like that game. Fortnite is a great game, though. Don't get me wrong. It is a very good game. But don't get me wrong, I love that game. I just, that's just my opinion on it. Thank you guys for watching, and sorry, apologies for my loss of words. I'm really stupid. I'm not actually really stupid, I just feel really stupid right now. But, apologies. Thank you guys for watching, and if you'd like to see another video, please make sure to leave a like. Also, if you want, subscribe. And apparently, according to other YouTubers, the only real way to subscribe is turn on that post notifications. Don't, because I sometimes upload, and that notification will just bother you. It'll be a bother. You'll never even watch the video. You're more likely to watch the video if you actually, just go to your feed or anything like that. I recommend not turning it on. It gets annoying, because like, even I did it for, like, watching Shroud and watching Hamlin's and watching Tfue, but it got annoying, so I disabled it. Actually, I might have not disabled it. No, I just got a Instagram post, that's it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace. I know the mic is still on, by the way.